Hey guys, so I watched this movie called Party Monsters that was released in 2003. It was written and directed by two guys. Their names are Fenton Bailey and Randy Barbato. And they have produced together, like, I think they're business partners, and they've produced like an insane amount of TV shows and documentaries, a whole slew of things. They've also directed a couple documentaries, Inside Deep Throat, and stuff like that. This is actually the first movie they did that wasn't a documentary, I guess. Anyway, so Party Monster is based on a true story. It's also based on a book by James St. James, who's also a character in this movie, played by Seth Green. The name of the book is Disco Bloodbath. It's about a guy named Macaulay, portrayed by Macaulay Culkin, right there. His first movie in 9 years, I think. 9 years. And anyway, it's just about his life in New York, being a big-time club promoter, professional party animal kind of guy. He comes from a small town, I think in Kansas, maybe Ohio. Moves to New York instantly. Hooks up with Jane St. James here, who is ODing on drugs. Just becomes like an overnight success. This big club promoter comes up with these crazy club ideas, like of a party in a subway, in the back of a truck, party in a, I don't know, like a sandwich store, have weird themes, like, you know, kind of morbid themes for parties, like, you know, morgue stuff, you know, mutilation parties, stuff like that. Just extravagant costumes. The costumes is probably one of the good things in this movie, though. Like, the costumes were pretty varied, sometimes very interesting, but the rest of the movie wasn't really all that good. The acting, Seth Green and Macaulay Culkin's portrayal of these gay New Yorkers wasn't very good. It was kind of offensive, kind of like, I don't know if these guys are actually that flamboyantly gay or anything, if they're that over the top in real life, but it was pretty, I don't know, pretty overacted representation of these two guys. I don't know, the acting was pretty dry, didn't have a lot of depth. It's got some good cameos of like Marilyn Manson and Jonathan Stamos, and, well, Wilmer Valderrama's in it. That's not really a good cameo, but yeah, Jonathan Stamos, it's funny, he played the talk show announcer, because these guys actually got on a talk show and admitted to like all this drug use and just made the whole club scene look really, really bad. It's all based in the 80s too, but yeah, it's just about Macaulay and hanging out with like club owners and like taking drugs, and these guys ODing on drugs and just doing a lot of drugs and just being, you know, it does an okay job a couple times portraying like just the depths of like a drug-induced depravity and the excessive lifestyle and all that, but for the most part, pretty, I don't know, I didn't really like this movie. I found it kind of hard to watch. It just seemed like, you know, nothing really interesting or alluring was going on. There's no real character development, no suspense, no real, like, there's no comedy, no very good visual effects. I don't know, it just seemed kind of half-assed done, half-assed directed, half-assed acted. I don't know, and I didn't really care for the characters, I didn't really care for the story. I don't know, I just wanted to watch it because I've never seen it before. Party Monster, watch a Macaulay Culkin movie where he plays like a drug-addicted kid, but yeah, it was not that good. I don't know if it was because it was low budget or what was going on, but there's a couple of okay scenes, like when they're hiding out in the hotel room and just doing all these like crack and coke, and his drug dealer's just feeding him drugs. But for the most part, yeah, there's nothing really interesting about this movie. There's no real lesson to be learned, no real message I could get out of it. Didn't really care about these characters. And the whole reason they got made into movies, this Michael guy, he kills a guy at the end. He kills his drug dealer, bludgeons him pretty bad, or I think he hits him in the head with something, hits him in the head with a phone, and then they dispose of the body and cut him up in a tub. But even that part of it, like, there's nothing really graphically violent. The murder wasn't all that greatly portrayed. Like I said, it's pretty half-assed. I don't know. I didn't get a lot out of this movie. Didn't really like it. 2003, Party Monster.